I've done it! I found Narnia! We found Narnia, everybody. Look at these. What are these guys, like freaking hobbits, dude? I found the hobbits! Dude, my life is complete. We found the hobbits inside Narnia. Alright, let's go ahead and get to that bridge and cross it. Let's go to the next area. Alright, all we have to do is just follow the yellow brick road. Quite literally, there is one arc spore up here on the bridge that we have to take out. This place isn't super massive. There is a lot of references and Easter eggs here. I'm not going to go into all of them, but I'm going to try my best to kind of just breeze through this and get us the best possible esting as quick as possible here. So I'm going to go ahead and take on the witch over here. Again, just follow the yellow brick road like we're Dorothy.
Bloody hell!
And the Wizard of Oz.
Voices.
My ginger.
Hands off my hearth, dearie. You wouldn't want me to get cross.
Then you open it.
Now, who's this? A lost traveler? You're not supposed to be here, sweetie. Why, you're old. Old and pale. But never worry. A bit of butter, a bit of spice, and you'll make a tasty morsel. Just as soon as I catch you.
Alrighty, so the witch fight isn't too bad, especially since we're going to Igni build, because it kind of stun locks her for a bit. She does make an arc spore over here, which we're going to have to focus probably first hand and take out. Unless you guys want to leave it and just pop a golden Oriole potion, you guys can totally do that too. I'm just going to dance around it and keep letting it on fire. But you can't really target the witch, because she quite literally has a bubble shield just kind of flying around. So what you gotta do is when she drops it, you can hit her with Ard, and she'll come tumbling down to the ground here. And from that point on, it's kind of cake. Literally just light her on fire, and she kind of gets stun locked a little bit. Just kind of be careful for her broom, because they can also whack the crap out of you. Can also throw some stuff at you. Don't get hit with their little boiling pot here. We're just gonna keep lighting her on fire. Should be totally fine. You guys can see she's stun locked now. From burning a witch. How funny is that?
Felicitations, Witcher. It seems you've won.
And now we're gonna have a bunch of dialogue, but there is one very important decision we're gonna have to make here, so we can get the best ending.
What the hell was that?
The Wicked Witch. You've heard of her, haven't you? Now, where did she put that key?
Listen, how'd you come by a weapon?
It's Prince Charming's. He no longer needs it. Here it is.
Thank you. She'd have begged me for certain if you'd not... Syanna? Is that you?
It's been years, Jack.
Have you come to play?
No, I just want your beans, so you can breathe easy.
Beans? What beans?
Try not to interrupt. Well, Jack, where are they?
Syanna, I'm sorry, but I haven't got them.
Oh, something tells me you're lying. Perhaps you wish to play the old games after all, hmm? This little piggy went to market. This little piggy went home, for instance.
I'm telling the truth. I swear it. Henrietta, she ordered them buried all over so you wouldn't be able to leave.
Where?
I don't know. But Joss, the boy with the thing for wolves, he should know. He sticks his nose in everyone's affairs.
He had better know. Because if not, I'll find you and we'll have ourselves a little talk. Understand? Now shoo! Ah, all right. So why is it you're here?
Came to free you.
Nice of you, but a waste of your effort. I plan to free myself.
You might not. Bound to be easier with my help, as our most recent adventure amply showed.
Mm-hmm. Yet I still don't know why you even give a damn.
It's Dettlaff. He's trying to force Anna Henrietta's hand. Wants her to release you. Summoned monsters to attack Beauclair.
Sounds like Dettlaff, all right. But I doubt you came all this way just to bring me up to speed on current events. So get to the point, please.
Isn't it obvious? Offering to be your ally. We both want you out of here. You because you want your freedom back. Me because as soon as you meet with Dettlaff, he'll put an end to the chaos in the city.
You exposed me. I landed in prison because of you. Now you come to beg my help, I dare say. My life is full of surprises, isn't it? Well, normally I'd tell you to sod off. But, from what you say, folk are dying who have nothing to do with this. Not part of the plan. Dettlaff was only to kill those who deserved it. No one else. Fine, Witcher. I accept your offer. Consider us allies. Shake on it.
This place. Tell me something more. It's an illusion, right?
Yes, created by Arturius Vigo. Anna Henrietta and I would come here to play out scenes from our favorite fables.
Which didn't seem like she was playing.
Magical entropy. Without maintenance, the spell gradually disintegrates over time. It grows wild.
Your sister chose a dangerous place for your prison.
It's deceptive. Provided I don't provoke them, the fairy tale characters don't attack me. But you don't belong here, so you had best be on your watch.
Since you brought it up, the knights Dettlaff killed. What exactly did they do to you? Crespi, Dulac, Lacroix, Peyrek Peyron?
Not a memory I enjoy revisiting, but I suppose you deserve to know. When my parents disowned me, they ordered those very knights to escort me beyond the duchy's borders. All did so without uttering a single word in my defense.
Like you said, they had their orders.
Mm-hmm. But Crespi was not ordered to beat me unconscious with a horsewhip after my first attempt at escape. And Dulac had no instructions to deny me food and abuse me. I learned something then. Knights are not so chivalrous when no one's watching.
That explains a lot.
Shocked, aren't you? You must have thought you had me pegged. Before bothering to hear my side. Everyone does that.
Curse of the Black Sun. That's why you were banished, right?
Mm-hmm. Twisted princesses, mutants. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Even met one of you. Renfrey of Craden.
And? Was she truly monstrous?
She was cruel, that's certain. But what caused it? The curse or what she went through? Asking myself to this day.
You killed her, didn't you?
Had no choice.
Funny. Mum said the same when she tossed me out of the house.
So, what's with the beans? Mind explaining?
Certainly. But you must gird yourself with patience. There are two ways out of this land. My darling sister blocked one when she tossed me in here. The other's up there, in the clouds. She made it hard, but not impossible to access by concealing the beans.
Still don't understand.
Don't fret, just listen. That boy, that was Jack, of Beanstalk fame. You know the tale?
Jack climbed a gigantic beanstalk to a giant's castle, high up in the clouds.
As we shall do if we can just find those blasted beans. There are 3. 1 red, 1 blue, 1 yellow.
Stalk won't sprout from just one?
No, because it must transpire exactly as it did in the tale. Clear now? So we must find Joss. Perhaps he will be able to help us. You lead. Joss can usually be found wandering the glade at the foot of the mount. It's some distance from here, past the witch's house to the right. So, what exactly is happening in the city?
Bloodshed, a massacre, which is why we gotta hurry.
You needn't fret. Time flows differently in the Fablesphere. We can stay here a week, yet outside mere minutes.
So that's a pretty interesting time-lapse fact about this place. So one of the main enemies here are going to be these pixies that kind of spawn up all over the place. Lucky enough for our build, we can kind of just go in the middle of them and just spam our rotation fire here. Make short work of them. Probably going to cut a lot of those fights because they're kind of random, but...
Not the friendliest pixies I've met.
They were put here to protect the Fablesphere from intruders.
Just be very careful you guys don't kind of throw yourselves in the middle of them because it's kind of the only time they're a problem is when they're beating the crap out of you from all sides.
Unicorns! We must catch them. We won't have to walk everywhere then. I call the pink one. Exciting, isn't it? Reminds me of my childhood.
Reminds me of something altogether different.
Care
That
to
would be
elaborate?
Yennefer.
Rather not.
Yep, unicorns will do that.
No wolves here. None at all.
Relax, it's over.
No, it's not. There's more. Another wolf behind you. Ignore him. He always lies.
Aha. Boy who cried wolf. Still does, I suppose. And doesn't, when they actually appear.
The one and only. Listen, you little chit. Jack said you know what's become of his 3 beans. I don't know anything. Not one thing, and besides, watch out! Wolves!
This'll be interesting. Right, let's get to it. Let's say for a minute you know what happened to the red bean. Where wouldn't it be?
For certain, no one swallowed it. Oh no, definitely not that. Of course not. But say someone didn't. Who would it be that didn't swallow it? A human. The most human-y human in the land of 1,000 fables. Everyone! Wolves! Run!
Bet you haven't heard what happened to the blue bean. Maybe? Not at all? Right?
I've heard it lies about somewhere, out in the open.
Just like that? No one guarding it?
Nobody. 3 times over. Help! Wolves!
Yellow bean. Don't know a thing about it, right?
It's somewhere very, and I mean very deep. So deep, in fact, it's completely underground. And who has it? A bold farmhand, who in no way and not at all awaits someone. Not in the slightest. Good folk! Wolf! Say that word one more time and I'll chop you up. Feed you to the fishes. Understood? Watch out for wolves!
Tough to talk to, that one.
Was it, though? You need merely remember he always lies. Or more precisely, reverses the truth.
Where to now?
I'm not sure. We should visit some of the other fables. The meaty ones, that is. Perhaps then Joss's hints will make more sense. It's just a few. Red Riding Hood, piglets and bears, 3 of each. And Goldilocks, of course. Then Longlocks, and a little lass who sells flint.
Fine. Let's get to work. Incredible. You must have loved this place.
I did at first. But children get bored quickly. Even tea parties with a whole cackle of princesses eventually turn dull and routine.
What did you do then?
Dropped a duck egg in the swan's nest once, that sort of thing. Stole the pea out from under the princess, who sleeps to this day, I think. Oh look! The Emperor of Nilfgaard! He's come out to show off his new robe.
The Emperor of Nilfgaard
Lucky day.
in his undies. Alright, so the most important decision that we're going to make here is talking to the girl who sells Flint. And I'll show you guys. We're actually probably going to go to her directly first. That's pretty funny. A man in his underwear is running into a bed of flowers and grass over there. Anyway, I think she is over here. We're going to go straight to her. There's also one final side quest on a notice board here. It only has one side quest. It's literally the last one in the whole entire game. Involves a goose and a golden egg. We're gonna just go ahead and grab everything off the notice board. Lucy this goosey. That's the quest. It's a very, very, very quick quest.
Contract from a goose. That's new.
Do you really aim to concern yourself with that?
A true witcher should never abandon poultry in distress.
Alright, let's go ahead and talk to her.
Care for a cigarillo? A bit of tobacco? A dab of fistek?
Remind me, what tale are you from?
Sold flints when I was a lass. But no one bought them, so I branched out. Now I deal in snuffs, puffs, all sorts of fun things. What'll you have, sweeties?
Magic beans. Do you have any?
If it's not the new name of some kicker I already have, dearies, then no. But maybe you'd like some.
Hey, where'd you get that ribbon? That's mine.
Is that so? Then why was it lying in the bushes? Finders keepers, sweetheart.
The ribbon. Mind explaining what the fuss is about?
There's not much to explain. I got it from a Turius Vigo when I was a child. It was to protect me from evil. It clearly didn't work, given how I ended up.
But it means a lot to you.
How should I put this? I have so few mementos from my childhood, and the ribbon reminds me of the good old days, when I was someone else.
Dears, could you continue this touching scene elsewhere, You're scaring away my customers.
Give Syanna the ribbon. Why not, huh?
Sugar plum. The only thing I hand out for free is a first hit. To get them to come back for a second, of course. For all else, you've got to pay.
What if I asked you nicely?
Ask me nicely and I might play you for it. A round of cards?
All right, let's play. If you lose, you give me the ribbon.
Don't get your hopes up. None can best me at Gwent.
And we can just go ahead and use Skellig deck. Any deck, I guess, would work for us since we are the Gwent champion. Can't be the Gwent champion and not play this little girl. Come on, man. We've played literally every NPC in the game in Gwent. I think we're going to skip this one. It's our final match. And who thinks we'd be defending our title against a little freaking girl from the Fablesphere? But you guys don't have to actually play her in Gwent. You guys can just buy her ribbon for $500. It's totally fine. It's probably the last thing you're ever gonna buy, so if you have the money, you might as well, right? But yeah. This little girl has no idea who she went to a Gwent match with. Imagine she just like decimates us. Just pulls out a blue eyes white dragon like, wait a minute, that's not even from Gwent! One thing I actually recommend too is to save the game right before you battle this girl in Gwent, so that way you can just reload this for the second alternate ending, and you can do it that way instead of reloading it all the way from the beginning. Just make a separate third save right here, and just don't get the ribbon. She passed already. First round is ours. Who would have even thought that she was going to use this Squayatel deck too? So a little bit of background information about the ribbon. The ribbon is what is basically going to save Syanna's life. This is one ending. This is one of the things that we need to do to grab the best ending. Another ending that we're going to do is we're actually not going to get the ribbon. We're literally just going to walk away from her. And that is going to give us an alternate ending, one where we go to prison and we get the last achievement that we need. So that's going to be in another video, going down that other path. For right now, we definitely want the ribbon. Make sure you guys grab it one way or the other. Another thing to mention here is that you can romance Syanna at the end of this quest, so if that's something that you are interested in, just make sure to be nice to her. I'd be nice to her anyway, since the best ending requires some forgiveness and for you to be nice to her anyway. So if you don't have plans to romance her, just be nice to her anyways and just decline her for when she wants to have her way with you.
Rumpole, you're good at this. A word once given. The ribbon's yours. Now skedaddle.
Thank you, thank you. Again, if you're going for the alternate ending, the one that's not the best ending, do not grab the ribbon and just walk away.
right? Tell me
What?
what you want in return. You're not doing this out of the kindness of your heart.
Don't want anything in return.
Thank you.
Alright, we are about to walk into some more pixies, but just know if you do choose to romance Syanna, there are no consequences to either Yen or Triss's relationship. You are free to sleep with her. I'm not going to, since I'm with Yen and I'm literally going to see her and have her move in after this main quest. Just be a little awkward. However, if it was Triss, I would totally fuck around on her because it's just Triss after all. Come on, you know I had to get my last Triss slander in there. It's the last one, you guys. You know I had to. I'm kidding, guys. It's all love, man. The Triss slander is all love. I'm actually super thankful that CD Projekt put her as a romance option in the game. She isn't canon at all, but it's cool that she's an option for people that want to deviate. Triss is super nice and pretty. I just find it a little bit awkward that she's kind of, you know, basically like Ciri's big sister, and you're basically hitting that. It's just, you know, to me it's weird and not canon, but again, I see the appeal, and again, in my many playthroughs, I've romanced her. She's not a bad romance at all, just not canon, and I hate it. It's all jokes aside, though, and all love in the end. I will sleep with Syanna in the alternate ending to just kind of show it, maybe, even though showing it might not be the best idea.
Hey, watch it.
By the way, this is hilarious.
Hey, watch it.
You stepped on Thumbelina!
Whoops!
That was my favorite
Whoops!
tale.
Why is that?
Because it wasn't about the princess. Tales about princesses are
I'm a freaking
insufferable.
giant, man. I just crushed that little person. God, imagine if you could just be Godzilla and just freaking go over here and just punch this building down and just light everything on fire. Ah! And you guys are probably like, oh my god, Success is a freaking monster, you animal!
Oh, the three little pigs' homes. Well, you know the story, don't you? Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Looks like Big Bad's already blown down the houses of straw and sticks. Brick's the only one left.
We should look inside. Remember Joss's words?
One being lies out in the open, guarded by 3 nobodies. Yeah, could be it.
Yep, this is gonna be our first bean. Let's go ahead and huff, and we puff,
I shall butcher you.
Harlot.
and let's murder the piglets too.
Get him.
Humbugs, they didn't like that.
Time to end this.
Go ahead and grab the blue bean.
The big bad witcher huffed and puffed, and look, got a bean.
It cannot be.
What cannot be?
You actually have a sense of humor.
Stunted a bit, but yeah, it's there.
Well, well, aren't you full of surprises? What else are you hiding behind that gruff exterior?
Not a bad singer. Do a pretty mean rendition of the Maids of Vicovaro, for instance. But some other time, maybe.
But here we are chatting away when there's work to do. We must keep looking. So, do you like it here?
No, got a problem with magic in general. Illusions, portals, all that. Don't trust any of it.
A bow of old-fashioned tastes, eh? I like that.
Alright, now literally right next to us, it's the Duck Duck
Doesn't seem
Goose
to be
side
at home.
quest right here. We can examine the feathers and go off into the
feather,
forest here.
Broken. There was a fight. Goose feathers. Must have been flapping its wings.
Watch out!
When did it
Pixies!
just get plucked?
Hey, there, in the trees. Some kind of camp?
Defend the goose! The golden eggs will be ours!
Then there was one, Redbeard. What is he, part of the red-haired pirates? No, you can't be part of Shanks's crew. What are you doing?
You mean to cross the barbarous Barbarossa? Not on your life!
Why does Buddy do that?
In the cage. Eggs from free-range birds are so much. That's one being done. Good work.
Here it is. Got it.
Got the cage key. And let out their little prisoner right here.
Good thing you posted that notice. Never would have found you otherwise.
Oh look, she laid a golden egg for you.
If only all my employers were that generous. Would have preferred a magic bean, but not about to complain.
Did you really travel all the way here for a contract?
Nature of the job.
I don't believe it. You must have had another reason.
Well, spent a few idyllic months in Beauclair some time past. Part of me wanted to come back, I think.
Oh yes. Visit Toussaint once and you'll always long to return.
Did you like Anna Henrietta?
Do you jest? I adored her. My darling little sis. So adorable. So sweet. Yet when they banished me from the palace, she didn't so much as peek out of the window.
She might not have known. Maybe just couldn't.
And could she also not grant me amnesty once she was crowned? Please.
Just waiting out her dialogue a little bit so we can go talk to the big bad wolf here and get the next bean.
Hello? Can we talk?
Schwungbroch, my head! Damn it all! I swear that was the last time I drank with Redbeard. Oh, Syanna, a bloody long time it's been. You've changed.
Whereas you, not at all, big bad wolf. Though it seems you've started running with the wrong crowd.
And who should I run with, eh? Thumbelina? One shot and she's under the table. But, what brings you?
Listen, looking for magic beans. Seen any?
I was given one for safekeeping, but...
Where is it? Talk!
Shh, not so loud.
Oh, I can be much louder than this. And resort to other means of persuasion.
Right there, the threats. Syanna to a T. Listen, I exist to restage a fairy tale. If you want to play at it, I'll be happy to oblige. But it won't be easy. The thing is, Little Red Riding Hoods popped her clogs.
What?
1,000 times they cut my gut open, filled it full of rocks and drowned me in the river. So once you stopped coming, I decided to repay the little imp for all her loving labor. Now what's at the bottom of the well, she and the hunter, which means we can't play, and I'm under no obligation to talk to you, not about beans, nor anything else. So leave me be. Sod off.
Wolf's pretty cranky.
Surprised? Think about it. He was cast in the role of the Nemesis without ever asking for it. It's a dog's life, I tell you.
So, what now?
Don't worry. I'll play with him. Or rather, play him. I just need that little red hood. The piece of apparel, that is. Not the poor girl's corpse.
That's a relief.
You wish to help me? Here's your chance. Jump in the well and fish it out. Well, chop chop.
All right. Time to jump in the well.
Break a leg. Any luck?
Yep, look what I got.
That would never fit you. Give it to me. How do I look?
Fucking stunning.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Let's go see the big bad wolf.
Let me guess. You'll play the granddaughter.
And you, the hunter.
You again? I thought I was clear. I will not talk to you if Little Red Riding Hood is not with you.
Not a problem. Syanna can take her place.
What? Very well. It's not as if I can forbid you. Granddaughter, come closer, sweetie.
But, Grandmama, what big eyes you have.
The better to see you with, my dear.
Granny, what big arms you have.
The better to embrace you with, my dear.
And Grandmama, what big teeth you have. Eh?
The better to eat you with, my dear.
Yes, indeed. What big teeth you have, Grandma. Oh, I see you. Syanna's not so useless. It's actually after it. Alright. Taking hits too, though. Hey, you can take all the aggro. That's totally fine. Yep. Damn, she's actually going crazy. And bleeded.
Remember what Joss said about the red bean? A human has it, and he definitely didn't swallow it.
Gotta open his belly. Bottle caps, fake teeth, a corkscrew. Ah, here it is. Red bean.
Well then, one step closer to our goal.
What?
Now, I find myself wondering if you're just horribly discreet, or if those mutations completely scrubbed away your curiosity. Are you really not interested in what happened? In what became of me after they cast me out?
Well, since you brought it up, I'd gladly hear the rest. Let's see. They'd escorted you out of the duchy.
Yes, and the noble knights of Toussaint, I didn't stop until we reached the Ketdu wilderness. They left me there alone, without a copper, in a torn lace dress, right when the frosts were setting in. They assumed something would eat me, or that I'd do everyone a favor and die of hunger. But as always, I failed to live up to expectations. I wandered the woods for a week, went purple from the cold, gnawed the bark from twigs. Finally, I saw a light among the trees. A campsite. They were bandits, bearded, drunk, spattered with blood. I was sure they'd rape me or kill me, or both.
Take it neither happened?
That's when I learned a robber and a murderer can be a better man than a knight in shining armor. They took me in, we set off for Nazaire, and I did what I could to repay them. I advanced in their ranks rather quickly, and eventually I became their leader. Of the whole ragged band.
Should have stayed there, maybe.
Perhaps. Perhaps I should have forgotten everything, started a new life. But you know what? There came a point when I thought, you wanted a monster. Then a monster you shall get.
Been through a lot.
I have. And throughout this time, my sister was stomping grapes and shagging minstrels on down bedding.
She wasn't the one to banish you.
And I'm not angry at her for that. I'm angry at her because she forgot about me. Right. We've had our chat. Come. Faster! Come on, you... Know what? They need names. I'll call mine... Anise.
Call mine Roach.
Roach? Are you serious? Ugh.
4 animals stacked atop each other. What was the tale called again?
The musicians of Blaviken. Huh. You've some link to the town as well, don't you?
But my tale's not much like this one.
This is probably my favorite card in the actual Gwent Witcher card game, and also probably my favorite scene ever. Dude, look at this. That's crazy. Love that sight though. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Faster.
Alright. Guess we can go visit the 3 Bears next, which, by the way, does not have a bean, but we can just go there anyways, because it's freaking funny. Get a Steel Yogi Bear's freaking porridge over here.
3 bears.
3 stools, 3 beds, 3 bowls.
The second you steal their food, they're going to wake up and attack you, by the way. So we can kind of set up for that.
Someone's eaten from our bowls!
I actually just took out all 3 of them at once. It's crazy.
One a bit too big, the other too small, the third just right. Blonde curls. Rest of the body's too mutilated. Hard to say anything.
She got what she deserved, as I see it. Always took what she wanted without asking.
No bean here. Gotta keep looking. Let's dance.
Damn, pixies are annoying. Yeah, run away! Get out of here before I light you on fire too. Alright, so one last thing that we can do here of some significance, I guess, is this Will-o'-the-Wisps here.
Will-o'-the-Wisp? I think it's got something to show us.
Careful. It's not to be trusted.
This thing? We can trust it. How can you not trust a little ball of light? Come on now. Have some faith. So you follow this thing, and you can actually get another relic armor set here.
Night's strange. Doesn't look like he's out of any fairy
And then
tale.
you just blast it out of the sky.
Wonder how he got here.
Dude, what is up
In
with me?
past
I'm like
times,
monstrous
Honorary
this
Elders
video.
would
Oh my
occasionally
gosh.
run into them here.
Everything in this Fablesphere is so
You see,
sweet,
knights
and I'm
errant
just
far outnumber princesses
evil.
in the real world. So some knights would sneak into the playroom, then into this land, in search of their fairy tale damsels. That's all.
Only to be shredded to bits by a swarm of pixies. Irony's delicious.
I love the little plot twist to this land too. You guys are actually about to see the knight that tried to climb Rapunzel's tower and slipped and broke his fucking neck. You're about to see another little surprise at the top of the tower too.
This Longlocks tower?
Indeed. It's even taller than I remembered.
Wait. What Joss said about the 3rd beam, remember?
In the possession of a bold farmhand somewhere deep beneath the ground. Yes, this must be it. Let's go. It always grapple up her braid in the past, but I don't see it anywhere.
We'll find another way up. Could pull myself up here, and I'll have to make that jump.
If you say so, I shall wait down here if it's all the same. Climbing's not my strong suit.
Prince's corpse. Tried to free Longlocks, but fell and broke his neck.
Alright, and at the tallest room in the tallest tower, Princess Rapunzel, oh my god, she hung herself with her own hair.
Too late!
Now we got Banshee Rapunzel over here, Longlocks. Quite the dark twist, huh? Bro, I love this DLC. Probably my favorite DLC of all time. Alright, now I think usually this takes about 3 rounds. I think each round Banshee takes more damage, so just gonna kind of spam Igni throughout these 3 rounds here. I can kill her in 2, I can kill her in 2, that's great, but I doubt it. Alright, round 2 here. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Held it down too long that time. See, am I gonna kill you this time? Let's see. Yeah, I did. Nice. Yeah, that's crazy. I love that though. Crazy, but I love it. Alright, let's take her bean and actually just jump out of the tower now.
Yellow bean.
Yeah, it would've. Good thing we didn't, Geralt.
Stunk to climb all that way for nothing.
And then when we jump down here, we can fight more pixies and then plant the beans where we're supposed to.
So?
Got the bean, but Longlocks. Seems she got sick of waiting for a knight in shining armor.
Can you blame her? Men these days, dandies and fops all.
That why you cozied up to a vampire?
Detlef was a tool, and only a tool.
Too bad he didn't know that.
I trust no one. Learned that long ago. Now it's his turn.
To use him. Was that your plan from the start?
No. At first, I was simply intrigued. Do you know the story? It was in Matina, a few years past. I'd gone there to pass some loot off to a fence I know. We were hashing out the terms when in walked Detlef. He said he'd come to sell a silver candlestick. He gripped it through a cloth. That caught my eye. I followed him out, observed him from a distance, but he caught on quickly.
Yeah, superhuman senses will do that.
He turned down a blind alley. I followed. He jumped out from behind a crate, baring his teeth. I suppose he'd wanted to frighten me. Alas, he didn't in the least. After all, I'm a monster too, am I not?
A higher vampire and you were unimpressed? Don't know if that's brave or just plain foolish.
I've always had a way with ostensibly dangerous, quiet types.
That's supposed to be about me too?
Oh, bother, I hate to disappoint you, Geralt, but your belly button is not the center of the known world. Though, you do remind me of him a bit. Stifling all emotions inside you. Ever feigning indifference. You see, when I met Detlef, somehow I knew, call it intuition, that he meant me no harm, that he was trying to frighten me off, for he too was scared. Now do you understand?
I guess. What happened then?
We talked, then met up once, twice, 3 times. Enough that he became infatuated. I truly enjoyed it at first, but only at first. He did not love like a man, but like an animal, madly, deeply, unconditionally, wildly. To return such a feeling, anyone would be hard-pressed, let alone someone as twisted as I am.
So there came a day you just up and disappeared.
Yes, there was no other way. Let's just be friends, or I don't deserve you. He'd never have understood that sort of thing. But then, once I decided to return, clean up some old affairs, I remembered him and concluded he could still be of use.
Playing with fire, that.
Definitely. And either I'll get burned or I'll burn all else down. No other options.
Got a history with Detlef now, so this meeting will be different. Not afraid?
I can handle him.
Mm-hmm. Sure about that?
You look at him as a witcher and see a monster. I know what he's really like. You needn't worry. It's time to go. Just a bit more work and we'll be able to say sod off to this fecking Fablesphere. Now we must plant them by the path near Longlocks Tower. Then prepare to meet the giant. Wait!
Why?
The stalk will sprout abruptly. Very abruptly. We must be careful. All right, toss them!
Something's always gotta go wrong.
The home stretch.
Incredible.
Admire the view later. First, we must deal with... him.
Alright, so one more boss fight here in the Fablesphere. This is the last one. Mr. Cloud Giant. He goes Geronimo and pops up right behind you. Just watch out for that. He has a good old 1-2 hit combo, so probably gonna just push through it and just keep spamming Igni, honestly. Probably gonna get hit a few times here. Instead of just probably hitting him once and backing off. Damn, she got whacked! That's funny. Alright, I think that's about it. Burn, baby, burn.
For a fairy tale creature, that was one tough son of a wench.
I told you this land had gone ape mad, though I did not expect it to be so severe.
Can't help thinking you might have done that on purpose.
Why ever would I have?
To get rid of your guard, your captor. Getting close to the exit at this point. Probably think you don't need me anymore.
Well, you're wrong. You still stand to be quite useful to me.
That's so? How? Plan to use me like you did Detloff?
No, I need you for a purpose far simpler. Well, don't just stand there and stare. I need a man, Geralt, and I'm not afraid to say it. I have no idea what awaits me once we leave this place. Treat it as my last wish.
Alright, so again, go ahead and let her have her way with you if you guys want to. Again, it is of no consequence, just totally up to you. It just, I've been recording for a while. I don't want YouTube to take down this video, so I'll probably go ahead and do it in another shorter part here in the next alternate ending. I'll go ahead and do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and also say some other time, just because, again, I'm with Yen, so no thank you.
Another place, maybe. No offense.
None taken. You spoke clearly, you spoke honestly. It's fine.
Thank you for understanding.
Come. The exit's this way.
So yeah, that's just my reasoning for turning her down right there. I would love to, but yeah, in the words of one of my subscribers in past comments, shout out to Kenneth Daniel. Again, thanks you so much for watching. Thanks everyone for watching, of course, but in the words of Kenneth Daniel, slay her! Who doesn't like a good old in the cloud sex scene?
Another will-o'-the-wisp.
We've heard sex on the beach drink, right? Well, this is sex in the clouds.
Just curious. Why do you want the heart of Toussaint and the ducal wine?
They were my right. My due.
Doubt we would have figured you out if you hadn't tried to get them. Know that, don't you?
I do. And I regret nothing. One lives but once. Here, we need but jump into the well. You first.